Binek Bakala, but he would only fund them if they could prove people actually wanted the game. The Kickstarter, 2014. They asked for £300,000 to prove there was an audience. They ended up raising £1.1 million. This was the green light that saved the studio.
There's an audience.
2. During KCD1, the janky masterpiece phase. Launch, 2018. When the first game dropped, it was a massive financial success, but a technical mess. It was famous for being god-tier levels of buggy. It was incredible, but incredibly broken. Sales. It sold 1 million copies in its first month. By 2024, it had sold over 6 million copies. The acquisition, 2019. Because they were doing so well, Embracer Group, through Koch Media Deep Silver, bought Warhorse Studios for about 42.8 million euros. This gave them the massive budget they needed for the sequel. 3. After KCD1, heading into KCD2, the big league phase. Growth. They went from a small team in a cramped office to a massive studio with over 250 employees. The technology. For the first game, they struggled to make the CryEngine work for an RPG. For KCD2, they have mastered the tools. Current standing, 2026. Warhorse is now considered the CD Projekt Red of Czechia. They have moved from being a risky indie startup to a AAA developer. They are now one of the crown jewels of the Embracer Group. The verdict. Warhorse is doing better than ever. They proved that realism isn't a niche market. It's a gold mine. They survived the no-horse days, just like you right now in Uzhitz, and became the knights of the industry. Since you're playing through Henry's story, would you like me to find the real-world history of the town you're currently in, Uzhitz, to see how it compares to the...
I would love to learn the history.
That's a good.
In the real world, the history of Uzhitz, or Uzice, as it's known today, is just as grounded and fascinating as it is in the game. Here is the layman breakdown of what actually happened in that little village 600 years ago. 1. The real village of Uzice. Uzice is a real village in the central Bohemian region of the Czech Republic. Just like in the game, it's a small, quiet place located near the Sazava River. First recorded mention. The village first appeared in written records in 1284. By the time Henry arrived in 1403, the village was already over 100 years old. The ownership. Historically, the ownership of the village was actually split between two of the noble families you meet in the game, the Lords of Talmberg and the Lords of Rattay. Eventually, the Lords of Rattay became the sole owners. 2. The Church of the Assumption, the real church. The church where you met Father Godwin is a real historical site, and it is considered one of the most valuable examples of medieval architecture in the region. The original build. It was built in the 12th century, the 1100s, in the Romanesque style. If you look at it in-game, you'll notice it looks a bit sturdier and older than the fancy Gothic cathedrals in Sasov. The fire. Historically, the church was actually gutted by fire during the Hussite Wars, about 15 to 20 years after the game takes place. It wasn't fully restored until the 1600s, which is why the version you see in 1403 is prime history. 3. Was Father Godwin real? This is where the game takes some Hollywood liberties. The truth. There is no historical record of a hard-drinking, sword-fighting priest named Godwin in Uzhitz in 1403. The inspiration, however, his character is based on the real religious tensions of that time. Many priests in Bohemia were actually becoming frustrated with the corruption of the church in Rome. They were men of the people who often behaved more like peasants than saints. So while Godwin himself is fictional, his vibe is very historically accurate for the pre-Hussite era. 4. Life in 1403. Warhorse Studios did a census of the region, and while the game world is scaled down for gameplay, the population of places like Uzhitz is fairly accurate to the density of medieval Bohemia. The peaceful vibe. Historically, Uzhitz was far enough away from the major silver mines of Skalitz and the massive fortifications of Rattay that it was relatively peaceful until the civil war between Sigismund and Wenceslaus, the brothers fighting over the crown, turned the whole region into a war zone. The verdict. If you were to visit the real UZC today, you could still stand in the same spot where the archery range is and look at the same stone church that Henry did. It's one of the few places in gaming where you can actually walk through a digital ghost of a real town. Since you've learned to read and you're diving into the history, would you like me to find the real-life story of Sir Radzig Kobyla? His actual historical ending is a lot more intense than what you've seen in the game so far.
That's 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 good. That's look what I've got. You'll love.
Do I have all the points in Houndmaster that I even care to get?
That's that. Yeah. That's yeah. That's good. That's look what I've. You'll love.
Oh, that looks like a giant yip. Chase, if somebody goes to run, yep, they're not getting away. Seek, she'll find things. So here's the thing. 18 and 20. So I got 2 more points. Two more points. Those 2 more points are going to bleed my enemies. Procs of enemies. Quicker obedience. I'm just give them food. So much greater just so you can more easily avoid ambushes on travels. Fight and actually let me know when I'm actually on the go, I guess. But honestly, at this point, we're good. So, I need to finish this hunt. Finish this hunt. Isn't that impossible? Well, I'm not 100% anything. Oh!
That's him.
That guy. Right. Oh, oh man, this is crazy. Oh, is he just taking? Is he just bodying like a ton of arrows? I think maybe. Two. I know. So they just tank them. It's so funny. Okay, and then we take all of this food. It's weird that it's so much. Just fine. Okay, that rabbit.
Get him.
He's fine. Where's another one? Oh, there was a rabbit. I don't see it now. What? boy. Oh. Just say what? Find a deer. Kill it. Let's check dog. PG, I don't understand his obedience. It's cranked for some reason. I don't understand. Also, what time is it? I don't think we're gonna make it, but we'll see. I'm on horseback, so I guess we'll see. Horsey to there. Ooh. Hello, Captain Morgan. Good. Yep. Yep. Can I be back? So, oh.
God be with you.
Have you got a bed for them?
But you've already...
Yes.
No problem, but... Suit yourself. Good luck to you.
Kids already have that. Three.
Am I invisible? Over here, a beer! God be with you.
His money is jacked up. Whoa! I guess I'll save the hair for the next time.
Let's talk about the...
Naturally.
I should do.
See now,
Is trade versus
God be with you.
your valuables. Save your shops. 100, 200. Well, I know it's going to be that.
Let's have a word about.
Naturally. Here's to a good harvest.
Agree?
That's not enough.
50 then.
Fine. Cheers.
So lucky I got a guy that can count up to 50. Got freaking so much money. This. How do I keep figuring out the game so well? I have nothing to sell, so I might as well sip to them. Darn it, I forgot I could have just saved and quit. Oh, I can't remember that. Save and quit. Keep saving. Okay, it's official. Alrighty. Yeah, just power.